After finishing med school, my finances were a mess. You know, loans piling up, living expenses, and a general feeling that I was just treading water. But I found a way to take control and completely turn things around. And I'm going to walk you through exactly how I did it. No fluff, just actionable steps. Stick around till the end because there's one key lesson that most people miss. And trust me, you don't want to miss it. Let me take you back a bit. When I first graduated, I felt overwhelmed. Med school debt? Check. Starting salary in a healthcare job? Not the greatest. And all I could think about was getting those loans off my back as fast as possible. But here's the thing. If I focused solely on paying off debt without thinking strategically about the future, I was going to miss out on huge opportunities. That's where everything started to shift. The first major change I made was thinking long-term. Instead of just making minimum payments on my student loans, I realized I had to optimize my savings and investments. Sure, paying off debt was crucial, but there was no point in getting out of debt just to let inflation erode my savings. So, I set up a high-yield savings account and started putting aside a portion of my income. But here's the trick. Don't just let it sit there. I also started investing. I know, sounds risky, right? But hear me out. I wasn't trying to play the stock market like a pro. I simply started putting money into low-cost index funds. This way, I wasn't trying to outsmart the market. I was just letting my money grow. Slowly, over time, those small contributions added up. And that's how I shifted my focus from how can I pay off my loans faster to how can I grow my wealth while managing my debt. Here's the kicker. While everyone was focused on how much they owed, I started focusing on building assets. I wasn't just working for money anymore. My money was working for me. One thing I didn't realize early on, which you should, is the power of compound interest. It's not sexy, but it's powerful. The earlier you start investing, the more time you give your money to grow. So don't put it off because it seems complicated or boring. I also took a close look at my expenses. You'd be surprised how many small, unnecessary things pile up over time. Eating out, subscriptions, lifestyle inflation. I'm sure we've all been guilty of it, but I took a hard look at where my money was going and reprioritized. I focused on cutting back on the things I didn't need while still giving myself room to enjoy life. Another key thing I did was automate everything. I set up automatic transfers for both savings and investments. It sounds simple, but having that set and forget system in place made a huge difference. No temptation to skip a month or use the money for something else. Every month, I knew exactly where my money was going, and it felt like my financial future was on autopilot. Now, here's the part that most people forget, and it's crucial. I didn't just work on my financials in isolation. I sought advice. This is one of those things you can't ignore. Having a financial advisor, or at least talking to someone who knows more than you, can really make a difference. It doesn't have to be someone you pay a ton of money. I just found a few trusted resources, from friends in finance to credible blogs and podcasts, and slowly started learning. You'll be shocked at how many mistakes you can avoid just by asking the right questions. Finally, I want to emphasize that I didn't get here by luck. It took time, strategy, and a lot of small steps. I didn't rush to get rich overnight. Instead, I focused on creating a strong financial foundation that's been growing year after year. So here's the big takeaway. Optimizing your finances after med school isn't about a quick fix. It's about creating a long-term plan, sticking to it, and letting your money work for you. If you take one thing away from this, it's that your debt doesn't define your financial future. Your decisions do. If this video gave you value, make sure to subscribe. This channel is all about offering content that's transparent, with no hidden affiliate commissions or incentives behind it, just real advice you can use.